Well, hello. I'm Noah, and welcome to Noah's Arts Entertainment. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those that are new, hey, I like that you're here with us. All right, with me. I'm gonna try to do something entertaining for you. That most of it, you know what? There's been different themes. In fact, let me rewind. This is the fourth full moon. Okay, and I'll call this an introduction as well. We'll do the theme. The theme tonight is the Wicked Witch of the West is God. The Wicked Witch of the West is God. All right, kind of like so just being silly here. Uh, we're going to do this theme, but again, formal introduction to this entertainment. Okay, Noah's Arts Entertainment. It's a conglomeration of things, okay, of subjects, topics, themes. Uh, there's metaphysics, there's esoteric science, there's the chakras, there's uh, the Hebrew Kabbalah. My God, there's other things. I suppose I could do shamanism, but you know what? I'd rather not. The other one that's a heavy theme is the keys of Solomon. That's another heavy theme, and it's not for most people. So we're gonna keep it, basic, but yet, I don't wish to insult your intelligence. If you're, who knows what level of evolution you're at, and if you are there because you studied and you practiced and experimented and trained and things like that. And I don't know, you know, what do you know? But either way, I have gone through a personal journey. It's been pretty, I don't know, pretty fantastic, pretty everything, since pretty much a little boy. But this is not about a show about trauma. There's been a lot of drama, yes, for sure, and there has been trauma. But hey, I'm not here trying to be somebody that can help you if I'm traumatized. I'm not traumatized. That's the beauty of the whole thing is that what you've learned, you put it to work. It's not just some kind of, I don't know, and you go through degrees, you go through levels, and you get to learn a lot of subjects, from healing to herbs and natural medicine, holistic type of stuff, and then, metaphysics helps to be able to perform these things, the knowledge of it, and of course everything else, the elements, the energies, my goodness, everything that you have that you can use to be able to heal somebody or heal yourself. You know, the animals out in the wild, they don't have doctors or veterinarians out there. So, rule number one is to be able to get to a point where you can heal yourself, just like a wild animal out there. You know which tree, what bark to bite on. Okay, antibiotic. Mostly, most roots. Like Pau de Arco and golden seal, and there's other ones out there. There's you hippies. It's an energy kind of thing, But anyhow, the thing is, they know what plant, what leaf to chew on, so they can heal. And that's what you need to get to that point. And it's a very fantastic thing to be able to learn all these things because you're pretty self-reliant on your health, and also you learn how to avoid certain illnesses and whatever, um, counterproductive manifestation, in you because you get to be ahead of the game. Right? The only time I've gotten sick is when I've been stuck with needles and done, you know, terrible stuff in my earlier days. And, you know, but not so easy anymore, compadre or comadre. Um, not so easy because, the the more you evolutionize, the more you strengthen, the more your immune system is everything. You keep your immune system strong. Mine is strong to begin with because it's just this, and then you learn about different things. Red clover, yellow dock, um, aloe vera, spirulina, all this stuff. I can just shoot you a bunch of different stuff, but I'm not going to do that. That's not the thing tonight. But I just want to say that we cover a lot of different things, okay? So I thank you again for being here, and check it out. Let's go into this theme. The Wicked Witch of the West is gone. Well, there's a change of energy. And, I believe in being fair. I don't want to be accused of. I did write an article called Divine Defense Intervention. And it's kind of hardcore, but I'm sure I did a video and I wrote an article on LinkedIn. Yeah, that's what I did. I posted a video here on this channel. And so just karmic stuff that happens, that kind of boomerangs right back at you. Sometimes it takes a while. You don't know exactly the timing that it will take, but you can. I think it just depends on how much you hurt, how much you're offended, how much you're offended and hurt by, or whatever, something someone did to you, you know. And look, I'm multifaceted. Okay, so I mean, studying like Jungian, Carl Jung, he's a philosopher, and what I know is theosopher. He it's a fantastic technique and way of being able to fix your own problems psychologically and emotionally and things like that, and then just go into the next level. So all these combination of studies and stuff like that makes a person well, knowledgeable and gives the person wisdom. You remain humble. Okay, you remain humble, and yeah, and most of the stuff you learn to keep to yourself because this kind of stuff is just most people are, if they're not in the same studies or in the same class or the same level, the same degree of evolution or of study, then they're not going to comprehend, or they may reject it, or they may misinterpret it. So, not a good thing. But either way, that's what happens, you know. And the other thing is too, once you do get into this, you don't half step into it. Some people read a book or two and they, oh, you know, and so suddenly they're an authority at this. No, ma'am, and no, sir. That's not what happens. What happens is, you go through a lot of initiations throughout your journey, and see how you're going to react to them, or you're not going to react, or you may overreact, panic and being impulsive, uh, indecisive, not good. Impulsive, worse, because he always wants to apologize for the stuff you did without thinking. You know, you just took action and you broke laws. You know, and I've also spoken a lot about uh, the Hermetic way, the Hermetic laws, involving a lot of different categories of laws. You know, karmic laws, natural laws, universal laws, um, natural laws. Did I say natural laws? Yeah, cosmic laws, karmic laws. You know, it's a combination of all those. And what you want to do is be able to really study those things and memorize them, embed them in your spirit, in your heart, carry them with you every day because that's what you're going to be tested on. You know, if you fail the test, hey, you know what I mean. You're full. But a lot of people, it's like they like I said, even people that are addicted to things, people that are addicted to things, they're just gonna go back and forth and back and forth. And they don't have the strong will to just say, you know what, this is not what I want. This is destructive. You know, I'm not gaining. I'm losing from this thing, this addiction. While I think I'm winning, I'm really losing integrity, dignity, prestige. You know, whatever, decency. You know, my goodness. So then you feel shame, and then you zip it. You want to keep it secret. Everything is fucking secret, And really, that's hey, look, I've lived it. I'm still living where I cannot disclose everything. But the thing is, I'm trying here to make this channel grow, try to attract people that are like mind and somebody at least that are open to learning. Because once you say, you know what, I know it all, or I don't need to learn this, or that kind of attitude is just not healthy for you, especially. So, but hey, and other things don't resonate with somebody. It's like you're not interested in this because you're interested in, I don't know, fairy tales or something of a myth, or maybe some, I don't know, stuff like that. What do you call, just other stuff that's not really real. Esoteric science is about as real as it gets, my friend, and metaphysics. And it's good to know these things, and I'm going to teach all these tips. And I've done videos here, and every video is different. Okay, you can't say that I'm hung up on anything. I do a variation of things because I see that some things are going to resonate with some people and other things will resonate with others. Simple as that. So again, I welcome you tonight, and let's go into this. I'm going to make it short because I don't want to give this too much energy. I spent 6 months being sucked of energy. You know, Emotionally, sometimes I felt, yeah, kind of melancholy and depressed. And I had to always, do my thing, that what I know what to do to be able to get out of it. But the stuff kept coming back and forth and back and forth. So never felt, I felt the presence. Couldn't see, like, when, you know, the infamous one, uh, I call her the, oh, never mind. But that's an astral projection, and yeah, she's got good skill at that. But now she's made it to where she doesn't want me to. She wants to spy on me, but she doesn't want me to feel that she's here, you know. So I feel that somebody's here. Yes, either way. I just can't see it like I saw before. When you want to project yourself, you project yourself. That's the way it is. If you know how to do the stuff, so, hey, it comes by innate abilities. Your mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother, whatever, or grandfather, whatever it may be, something, someone mystical. And I don't know. I think that you just hey, sometimes in this life you're fortunate enough to be able to land back where you left off in some other life, and then you feel like, wow, this is what I was missing. So this is something that enriches your soul, you know, and enriches your soul because it gives you the knowledge that you wanted. You felt shallow. You felt like, my God, I'm intelligent, but I don't know anything. You know what I mean? I can understand a lot of things, but I don't know a lot of things, you know. Well, books, I got a bunch of books here and there and everywhere, you know. They're not just ornaments. I studied a lot. So the thing is, you can learn to be able to focus in studies again, read, whatever age, you know. You just, you got to clear the garbage. You have to delete the old files, the old programs. You have to not only delete them, but delete them forever. And get them out of your system, you know, out of your hard drive. And, you know, so, and then you reprogram. Okay, so the Wicked Witch, let's get into the theme. The Wicked Witch of the West is gone. It's just somebody that was lingering on and, you know, it's been accused, and I can say because I have plenty of experience with narcissists. Um, I've been kept in the down low for 6 months, pretty much already. And so, yeah, and you know, comes and goes. Uh, but yeah, like I said, I felt depressed, and I felt like say, when you take your clothes off, you feel like somebody's looking through the window, that kind of thing, you know. And that kind of feeling for me, it was, hey, and so yeah, you just don't feel, you know, even when you're just lounging, you feel, you know, and especially when you go through the emotions, you know, that's supposed to be all this stuff about, oh, she's gone through the night of the dark soul. Well, you know, I think her type of night of the dark soul, being that I know my people, and I don't mean, I'm not saying race, no, my people means those like the scorpions and the Pisces that have all always evolved. I'm Scorpio moon. I should know. And so, yeah, it's again, I always say this is not about judgment. This is just about fix, trying to evolve, trying to raise that level of, you know, not operating in those lower worlds. You know, I had a Scorpio girlfriend that, well, many, but this one I was in love with, and she had a boyfriend, and of course, you know, I'd always visit her at her business, and and we were pretty. You know, they say that, you know, when you're moon, they say if you're Sun Scorpio, you meet somebody that's Moon Scorpio, it really there's a real good connection, and I have been there before. I've been there before with the other Scorpios. Where there were Sun Scorpios, maybe there were Moon too. Who knows? But I don't know. I would just based on, yeah. Anyhow, the thing is that I know my people. And this night of the dark soul, when some of these my lovely tarot readers would say, "Oh, she's gone through the night of the dark soul." Well, I think her type of night of the dark soul was, hate to say it, but you know, it was two dark souls she was with. And when they would say third party, she would be a third party. So there's not only one, but there's two. You know, she likes twos. So yeah, so she does too. And you know, when you're addicted, you're used to that kind of thing. And I've known, God knows, my God, Lucifer knows that I've been with these women that are it's pretty much insatiable. No, no one man. I don't give a shit you have it this big, this thick. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna be a thing for the moment, and then it's going to just pop, 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 pop. You know, it's a continuous combustion. Um, so that's a sickness. I think that's nymphomania. And nymphomania, well, it's sad. It's sad, really. And that's what I want to come down to is nymphomania is when you're ruled by that vice. You know, you may think, oh, somebody's judging me or somebody's saying that I'm an antichrist. But you know what? When you fall into that lust level, that is so much more than love, and love is just like I said, something like an option or a secondary thing. Then the lust is right here. Well, guess who rules here? The world of lust without the love. You cross the line, man, woman. You cross the line. That's what I'm saying. Whether you're a man or a woman, and you're doing this kind of business. Um, no, you're not to be. You know, I used to do this all the time, and I can't do it anymore. Uh, it's I can have empathy, but I cannot have sympathy for you. You know, because I it's just something that I cannot bank on, something that I need at this point in my life. And the sex is wonderful. Being a sexual person is a wonderful thing because I look forward to that. But there's the thing, you know, somebody advised me, you know, no, don't go for the Lilith and the Jezebel type, the Salome type. Okay, those are fucking bitches, and and the negative type of, you know, because there's always like say, let's take a Leo. I've known Leo's women that are just fantastic, and then there's the negative Leo women that are too much into their thing, and it's just destruction. You know, you can't leave them alone with anybody because they're gonna just jump all over your friends. They're gonna do all kinds of things. You know, carry on like I don't know, some maniac. And so yeah, that's the thing. You see, that's why I say the same thing with when I talk of Scorpio and Pisces. Although you know, I'm based on my personal experience with these types. You know, and like I've said before in another video, it's not about you know the Pisces and the Scorpio being there. You know, hey, I'm sure there's other ones that are wonderful. You know, I met a Pisces woman way long ago, and I had a girlfriend, and no, I was too much of a player back then, and she seemed like really she needed somebody to love her or somebody, some kind of something, you know, that she needs some sort of security, some kind of something. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but that's how I picked it up at the time, and I haven't been wrong because you know what? I introduced her to my brother who needed her more than I did her. You know, but she was a Pisces, and we were attracted, but I never kissed her, touched her, did anything to her. I just said, you know what? I was very frank and open with her, and I said to her, I have a brother that's hurting right now. He's going through a separation, divorce, and I've seen him cry and things like that. So you know what? I said, maybe you two could get along, and maybe you two need each other. Well, sure enough, I don't know, 26 years later, I think 23, 24, 24, maybe 23, 24 years later, they're still married. They were married maybe 3 months after they, uh, you know, found each other. And of course, that was thanks to me. And I was not selfish. I could have been like some other pig and say, you know, I'm going to get some of this first before I pass it on to my brother. No, that's not what I did. And so, so yeah, he's a Virgo. He's a Virgo. So Virgo and Pisces right there. That's 26 years. You see. So this is not for every Pisces. The ones I've had that I've experienced, my God, man, you know, so not good. good in a sense where, yeah, they can have a lot of qualities. The last one was a Pisces for me, and she was 17 years younger than me, and I could. She was. Um, it was funny. You could go at it like I would go at it like for 3 hours and stuff, and then finally I would just like a lion. I just take a nap for I don't know 20, 30 minutes. When I wake up, for her it was the opposite. It was like I plugged in some kind of generator or something, because by the time I would awake, um, the food was ready, everything was clean, everything was organized. She had already done all kinds of things. So domestic, great, fantastic quality. Keep the place clean, organized, know how to cook, know how to bake. I don't know, baking makes you fat, but still, to know all those kind of things, have that also that kind of mother instinct. You can't just be some wild thing. But hey, that's what I have not gotten is one of those that really, could be a good mother like I am a good father, something like that. But hey, but anyhow, yeah, so this thing or this person was uh, draining, sucking, it was like a vampire sucking me, my soul. Also, some of my files somehow on the computer disappeared. And, I know I've spoken about intellectual properties. Those are pretty much files here that I have in writing here. So it would have to be, oh yeah, that's one thing too. I was burning Palo. I don't know if you guys know about Palo, but next thing you know, she's burning Palo. I use a microphone. Next thing you know, she's using a microphone. Oh my God, she was just things, titles that kind of, derived from what I had spoken of on some theme or something. So what the hell is going on here? And you know what the thing is, and I'm just gonna say that if this person would have said, called, and really uh, physically, let me know that she's on my side, at least you're gonna say, "Oh no, I love you with all my heart." Now the thing is, what I went through with her, it's like she would have to say. I mean, there'd have to be an apology, and not just some kind of like, it would have to be an apology. I don't know. The thing is, communication, physical communication, not this bullshit telepathic, this, that. That's why I got fed up with the whole thing, because let me fucking know that what's happening here so I can enrich it, empower it, make it happen, produce it, manifest it, whether by myself or together. It's a union. Like, it's supposed to be the sole thing. I mean, it's like ridiculous. I mean, how can you just say, you know what, decide to, well, I don't want to be with you, but I like your light, and I like your wisdom, and I like your knowledge, so I'm going to just take it, if you don't mind, and then I'm just going to make myself look greater, you know, and that's what this thing is about. And I cannot, you cannot blame me for thinking such a thing. And again, the files were gone. I know what I've been feeling. I know what all that. And now what I feel now is because I got a clairvoyant. Clairvoyant. Some people hire private investigators in the physical realm. But so we need to confirm, and we need to, it's thing about clairvoyance. Uh, there was an old man I used to go to, elderly man. He had some young kids there. They were clairvoyants. They were his students, and he would say, "Okay, what is the matter? I mean, who did this to this person? And where does this person live? Or what?" They could, like, they could feel the climate You know, they could smell the terrain. They knew what terrain, what climate, what region. It was incredible. These kids were just, I don't know, 12 years old, 14, and geniuses, you know. So yeah, that's the way to, you know, get to the root of things and get to the matter of things, and you know, if they're not going to be resolved in a civil way and with an apology or some kind of communication that I surely deserve. I don't surely don't deserve what I've gotten from you or from anyone that gets this kind of thing, that's going through this kind of thing. Um, I empathize with you, you know, and with you I sympathize because you know I know how bad it is when she or he is a narcissist. That's the biggest crime too. Now let me finish by um, we're going to uh, we're going to define the words that are the worst words that women like to be called, or you know, they're offensive, they're inappropriate, all kinds of stuff like that. But let's start with bitch. The word bitch. You know, when this first person first came here, um, I not only sensed her, I saw her, and I said, "What are you doing here, bitch?" You know, not in an evil or mean way. I just said, "What are you doing here, bitch?" Like in other words, there's laws. So you're supposed to invade someone's privacy without granted permission or without being invited. Those okay. She broke those laws. She was ready to do whatever. She looked like hungry, and yeah. So that's why you know could be another twin flame because that's the way it's always been. You know, when you connect, you connect, and there's not going to be any problem with anything. You know, you can do anything, you can say anything when it's that good. All right, so then, you know, the thing is that got old real quick because you know it's about like I said, I don't want to be kept in the down low. You don't want to be kept in the down low. That guy or that girl could be married or they could have some kind of other thing, and they just gonna come do you whenever it's convenient for them. They said they missed you, but yet they won't not leave that other person or those other people that they're you know intertwining or penetrating with. uh, yeah, and that's the other challenge too. You know, you know, go to those extremes. You know, like the real taboo stuff. You know, and erotic, erotic. How it's about you know menage a trois. You know, whether it's with another woman and a man, or whether it's two men that you're used to. I mean, um, hey, you know, maybe you can afford to pay that kind of sex. Maybe it's all private and it's all paid for, so this way there's no emotions involved, right? I mean, that's what prostitution is about. Okay, the word whore, and now we go to the word whore. What is a whore? Well, whore was a person that's not going to get intimate with you without an exchange. You know, is the condition, the money thing. You know, well, aside from liking you, you know, you sometimes see people that you like them, but you're not as sexually attracted to them. It's just they're nice people that you like them. Other ones, you sexually, they remind you of sex, and there you go. You know, and that's the thing. You know, so whore is going to charge. Uh, and you know that's the thing that you know it could be any type of person, you know, as long as that person has the money, good look anyway. As long as that person has the amount of money that you want, it's gonna happen because that's what it is. That's what a whore is. Uh, slut, slut. Well, wow, slut, slut. I'm gonna do it short, sweet, and sour. Slut is someone that, whether I'm a guy or a girl, all right, a man or a woman, you will big mistake to leave alone with your wife, leave alone with your husband, leave alone with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance. Oh my God, that's the biggest thrill of the you know, fuck the fiance, you know. Wow. It's like a real taboo high to be stuff like that, you know. So listen, you know, all right. So that's pretty much short, sweet, and sour with the slut word, you know, because those cannot be. You cannot trust them with someone that you love. Okay, someone you cherish. Of course, that person could be weak because this is going to be a very heavy seduction, and the seduction is going to be so intense that maybe this guy he never had it this way this before, so he cannot resist the temptation. But really, you're the one that should know. Maybe you'll find out the hard way. Bitch, you're a slut. You're not only a bitch, but you're a slut. You, I turn my back. You fuck my husband. You fuck my boyfriend. Vice versa. You know. Hey, look, guy. I turn my back. You fuck my wife. You know. Wow. Takes two to tango, right? They say. I always remember that movie with Marlon Brando, Last Tango in Paris. Now that's the little bitch too that was cold, and you have to watch the movie. But anyhow, yeah. So you know the thing is, all right. So we've gone over whore, bitch, and slut. What's the other one? Guy, a prick, a prick. Somebody I call a prick is somebody that's a dick. You know, whoever you call a dick, I think that defines prick. You know, it's just a different word. You know, but yeah, some dick is some guy that's just not considerate and inconsiderate, selfish, um, shallow, not you know, just a prick. Somebody that would do something to you that you should not do at all. Uh, and the last word, whoa, whoa, the big C word. And I left this, you know, for the end because you know I've posted stuff about narcissists. I've lived my life with somehow I attract these women, you know, um, and you know they're who they are, you know, and one thing is being a slut or a bitch, the other thing is being a cunt. Sorry, but a narcissist, based on all studies and what they do and all experience, personal experience and everything, they are not grateful. They will never be grateful for having you in their life. They will never really love you. They will take from you what they can. It's beneficial, but they also will never be loyal to you. You can never. You're a fool if you think that this such narcissist, whether it could be your wife, your girlfriend, your whoever it may be, your parents or something, they don't really love you. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's kind of almost a facade. It's crazy, but the narcissists, you know, some like they say are born with a twisted roots, twisted roots. You know, like a tree. When it's twisted roots, the tree's uh, not gonna be good. And same thing with humans. You know, some are born with twisted roots, and they will never ever get better. I heard of another little girl that I saw that I met when she was like 4. Uh, my friend's sister's daughter. Sweet, sweet, pretty. My God, man. And then of course I didn't see her for like 20 years or so, and she's going through all kinds of stuff, you know. And she's kind of one of those. Forget the name, but anyhow, so um, I just thought maybe she's cursed. Something. My friend says, no, you know what? She pulled a knife on my grandma, on my mother, on her own grandma, who was loved her and was everything to her. You know, she was the little girl was everything to her. You know, so if she pulls a knife on the grandma, I mean, really, there's something happening here that's just terrible. So those kind of things, you know, you hear a lot about the narcissist, well, parents, the narcissist boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and it just got to be to a point where you cannot be used, you cannot be abused, okay, by these people. I don't give a shit what, they got a sickness, they got to deal with it, just like an alcoholic. An alcoholic will destroy your marriage, will destroy your life, will do stupid, scrupulous, unscrupulous things. That's the other thing too. Not having scruples, you know, uh, incest, uh, just like I said, double, triple penetration. It's just you're having sex, but it's really, really not involving love at all. I cannot believe that you love those two guys or those two girls with all your heart, and you're putting it, and you're keeping that lust and love level together. It's a fucking joke. It's yeah, it's just taboo, and it's what it is, erotica. But that's where you're at. That's where you're at. You know what I mean? I'm not here to exorcise you, or no one's, wants to exercise anyone, especially narcissists. They have to come around on their own. And if it's the hard way, hey, then what it is, because you cannot, and I will not tolerate not that kind of bullshit. That's why I've been on my own for 4.5 years. I attract somebody as a narcissist, supposed to be a soulmate, this and that and the other. Got nothing to do fucking with me because, like I said, I should be, somebody advised me, forget about the Lilith and the Jezebel and go with the Helena. Go with uh, uh, Minerva. Go with Magdalena. Okay? Maybe they weren't saints, but they converted and they transform into somebody else, a different human being, not a fucking beast of lust and of whatever else you think that you're all that or whatever it composes that person, that narcissist. It's a sickening thing, and I just say that anybody crosses the line that much with people that. Some people are going to be passive and just going to say, well, but the thing is, divine defense intervention is going to take action, and I believe that it will continue to penetrate and be permeate heavier throughout each day, throughout each week, month, whatever it takes. I don't. No one has control over that. It's just that sometimes you do not fuck with certain people, you know, and it's just so disrespectful. And again, no apology, no communication. That's disrespectful in itself. So hey, God help you, God help anybody that does these kind of crimes, mental, emotional crimes to anyone. This is never just about me. This happens to resonate with me, but you know what? I'm talking to everyone. All right. I'm gonna cut it short now. Well, not so short. I don't know how long I've been now, but you know what? It's been a while, and I thank you so much for tuning in. And and you know what? I'm usually pretty frank and direct, and I try to be as practical and as logical because I am a Virgo, but I'm also it's Scorpio, Sagittarius moon, but in Vedic I am Leo and Sun and Scorpio moon. Okay, and with the what's the Virgo ascending, but and I surely feel both of them. And most what I feel in the last 20 years has been the Leo because I've had to fight wars. I had to be a warrior. I had to be a fucking general. I had to be everything, a sergeant, a captain. I had to play all roles. I had to be a foot soldier. I had to do whatever, And hey, it takes guts. It takes courage and a lot of grounding. So you have the earth, Virgo thing, and practical, logical, courage, all these virtues happening, So when somebody comes and steps on, like you some kind of something, and No, and then lastly, I hear from somebody, oh, that person is gonna come fly and visit you. Well, okay. And I heard her say, and she was talking about, I use reverse psychology, such a, oh yeah, no, the reason I haven't is because I have uno, dos, and tres. Okay, well, same thing right back at you. You come here, I'm going to explore and invade some of these openings here. Uno, dos, and tres, if you know what I mean. Um, hey, but that's maybe it won't happen because you know what? Uh, it depends on things, you know. It depends. The same thing, you know. Don't sell out. Don't be. And I'm talking to those again. You know, don't sell out. Um, Maintain your strength and put up that shield and whatever you have to do. And that's all you can do. You know, because you don't want to fall back into that thing again. It's a game. It's a fucking game. Until they show you otherwise, and it's a fucking game. Thank you so much for tuning in to Noah's Arts Entertainment. I hope you enjoyed all this. And I always try to keep it within 20 minutes, but I think I talked more than I thought. It's the full moon. Thank you again. If you like this kind of stuff, you know, I ask you to like, to subscribe, and to, of course, share, you know, pass the good word out there with the others of like mind, people that you believe that could enjoy this thing. And like I said, you know, I try to be, have a variety of things so this way someone can resonate with something. Okay. Thank you so much. And the Gods be with you, with your family, with your loved ones, with your life, enrich it, and take care until the next one. Saranada.